Hello guys, today I am going to discuss about allergic rhinitis and some of the indicated homeopathic remedies for allergic rhinitis. Before going into the topic, we have to have an idea about the terms allergy and rhinitis. Allergy is something when a person's immune system reacts to the substance in the environment that are harmless to most people. The allergy is caused by allergens, and the most common allergens are dust and pollens. Whereas rhinitis, it is derived from a Greek word rhino and itis. Rhino means nose and itis means inflammation. So, in simple terms, allergic rhinitis is the inflammation of mucous membrane of the nose caused by an allergic reaction. The mucous membranes of eyes, eustachian tubes, middle ears, sinuses, and pharynx are also involved in allergic rhinitis. Now, let us see about the types of allergic rhinitis. There are two types of allergic rhinitis. One is seasonal and another is perennial. Seasonal allergic rhinitis. It usually occurs in spring, summer, and in early falls, and it is caused by airborne mold spores or pollens from grass, trees, and weeds. The second is perennial allergic rhinitis. When a person having a symptoms of allergic rhinitis for an hour or more on most days throughout the year, and it is generally caused by dust mites, pet hairs, and animal danders. These are the two types of allergic rhinitis. Let us see the simple pathophysiology of allergic rhinitis. Allergic rhinitis is the type 1 hypersensitivity reaction. That is, the reaction will occur immediately after the exposure to the allergen. In allergic rhinitis, when a person is inhaling and dust or pollen through the nose, then this allergen will bind to the IgE antibodies. The IgE antibodies are normally found in the body secretions like tear, nasal secretions, etc. Then this in turn will attach to the mast cells. This causes degranulation of the mast cell. When the mast cell is degranulated, there will be an release of chemical mediators like histamines. The histamine causes dilatation of the blood vessels and blood capillaries in the nose that will lead to the increased mucus secretion and inflammation of the mucous membranes. What are the symptoms of allergic rhinitis? As I said in the pathophysiology, it is a type 1 hypersensitivity reaction, that is immediate immune response. When the pollen enters through the nose, there will be an sneezing followed by watery or running nose. Then there will be an congestion of the nose or stuffy nose. Then there will be an irritation in the eyes, in the nose, and in the roof of your mouth. In some cases, there will be an coughing or sore throat, and even there will be an postnasal drip, and there will be an frequent headaches, fatigue, tiredness, and dark circles around the eyes. These are the common symptoms of allergic rhinitis. How homeopathy can help in allergic rhinitis cases? Usually, in homeopathy, the two individuals with the same complaints will never receive a same medicine for their complaints. It always differs based on the cause, that is ailment factor, the effect of the particular disease on the patients, the individualized symptoms, and everything. Here I am trying to give you a few examples of homeopathic remedies in allergic rhinitis cases. First is ambrosia. It is the remedy useful for allergic rhinitis when there is an lacrimation and intolerable itching of the eyelids. There will be other common symptoms of allergic rhinitis, but there will be an intolerable itching of the eyelids, and there will be an stuffed up feeling in the nose and in the head. When these symptoms match, ambrosia is the best remedy for allergic rhinitis. The next remedy is Vaidya. In this also there will be an common symptoms of allergic rhinitis, and there will be an itching in the posterior nares. That is, there will be an itching in your soft palate. And in Vaidya, there will be a constant clearing and hemming of the throat with no relief, and there will be a constant desire to swallow saliva. Next remedy is Arundo. In Arundo, the symptoms begins with burning and itching in the soft palate and conjunctiva. There will be an annoying itch in the nostrils and in the roof of the mouth and even in the auditory canal. The patient will constantly rub their nose due to that itch and irritation. Then comes Sabadilla. Sabadilla is used when there is an spasmodic sneezing with a running nose. In this, there will be an coryza with severe frontal pains and redness of eyes and lacrimation. The Sabadilla patients get aggravated from cold drinks and are usually ameliorated by warmth. The most important remedy for allergic rhinitis is Natrum muriaticum. It usually covers most of the symptoms of allergic rhinitis, and it should be differentiated from other remedies by the following points. There will be a violent fluid coryza lasting for 1 to 3 days, which is followed by an obstruction of the nose, making breathing difficulty. And the discharge of Natrum muriaticum will be like a raw white of egg, that will be thin and watery. Natrum muriaticum never fails to cure a cold commencing with sneezing. There will be an violent sneezing and coryza. Natrum muriaticum is very useful when there is an chronic allergic rhinitis, especially when it is used in biochemic form. When the coryza is acrid, you have to think of other remedies like Arsenicum album, Allium cepa, Euphrasia, Ammonium muriaticum, and so on. There are a lot of homeopathic remedies for allergic rhinitis. But when the prescription is made based on symptom similarity, the chance of cure is higher, and that occurs in rapid and gentle way. In addition with homeopathic remedies, there should be certain changes in lifestyle, that is, avoiding exposure to allergens, having nutritious rich foods, doing regular exercises. These things can help an allergic rhinitis patient to get rid of their complaints. Thank you for watching this video. Be healthy and be happy with homeopathy.